hump when I lunch. Hi, bitch. Strappy finna make you side chick.
What's up, my G Louis? You know what the fuck going on?
Hey, Bree. So what's the topic today, man?
And we're gonna talk about dating virtual versus like real life type of situations.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about text game, like texting girls that you've actually never met before.
Okay. Like
Versus-
strangers, yeah.
Yeah, strangers
online, yeah.
versus like going out and actually meeting these girls.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's get to the virtual side of things. How do you text girls? Like let's say on Instagram, Tinder, whatever.
Okay. Number one thing, get her off. Like start out there. Obviously, you're gonna start out there. You're gonna meet the girl. Get her off the virtual as soon as possible.
As soon as possible.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what I would start off is like the coup system. Just hit a line there, random coup question, because then it intrigues interest. Because most guys wouldn't ask a question starting with that. It makes her open. Let's say some girls filter DMs. Let's be honest, they'll filter DMs. They won't open the DM. Get to that thing where the first line you send, where she can view it through that little screen, is
Gets
unique.
her interest.
Yeah, it gets interest. Yeah, and then in the message, I'd like ask, for example, popcorn and whispers or Carl Watson and binge drinking, because obviously if she's a party girl, she's going to be passionate about Carl Watson or binge drinking or alcohol. Going out and partying, but the popcorn thing will be her. A lot of girls, 80% of them would actually like that instead. And for that reason, I would say that definitely, I would then reply with a thing saying like, can I actually let you in on a little secret? I wanted to choose option one as well. Because a lot of some girls would respond with "and you" as well and say like what do you want, kind of thing. So then you can state your mind, and then from there. You kind of need to get the girl to you get her off the place where you met, Tinder for example, especially. Get a number as soon as possible.
Get a number, yeah.
And like I said earlier, get off the virtual as quick as possible. And the only way you're gonna arrange a date is with a number. You're not gonna be able to. Okay, rare instances you can say, okay, on Tinder, meet me there or there, but that doesn't generally happen because the girl, obviously, as a guy as well, is scared of being catfished. And for that reason, you need to maybe send a voice note. That's a great point as well.
So you would say on Instagram or Tinder, whatever it is, you're like, okay, can we maybe talk through a voice note or something?
Yes. Yeah, I'll send the details. If you're trying to organize the day to be like, I send the details on a voice note, for example, on WhatsApp. And the only platform that offers that is WhatsApp. So you're forcing her to give you her number. But you're not asking for a number. So basically what I said is that
after the call question,
after the random coup question, you would hit the whole thing. It says, okay, well, I would let you in a secret. I would choose option one as well. And then you'd be like, but actually it would be chilled if we met up. Use the emphasis on we. And it's because of that thing. It's not what I want.
Togetherness.
Together. Yeah, basically. And for that reason, then you'd rather say at the bottom there, but we can discuss the deets on a VN on WhatsApp, for example.
God, no, put this nigga, this nigga too hard. You're too hard. Yeah, well, me myself, I don't really do the Instagram thing because I don't know how it works. But Tinder is pretty vicious, you know what I'm saying? I'm very direct with how I go about things. So my first message would be something like, can I be honest? Can I be completely honest with you?
Yes.
Just to get her interest.
Yes, yeah, you
want
to
invoke,
invoke a response.
Like with the laughing face at the end of the question. You'd be like, this and that. But like, I'm pretty new to this thing. I don't know how it works.
Yes.
But I don't really have time to talk like over long texts, right? Am I supposed to ask you on a date now or? You know what I'm saying?
Like what
are we gonna do the long text?
I get what you're saying.
You feel me? Yeah. So then
Okay.
most of the girls would be like, okay, this guy sucks at doing long texts, so might as well just go on the date already.
Yes.
Yeah,
just get it short.
Exactly.
Get it done with. Yeah.
Because I'm trying to cement that, feeling of togetherness as soon as possible. Like I want to see her as soon as possible. I don't want to sleep on this shit.
Exactly.
So yeah, after that, ask for a number, and then basically plan for the date, dude, on the phone.
That's a fair point. I mean, you're also showing direction, and I think that's what girls in general. Now we're talking like a broader perspective. Girls want that, and that's why you should conduct yourself on the dates as well. More about that later.
Yeah, it's not me being fake as well. They like that sincerity. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
me being forward. It's not too forward. Like, hey, send me a nude.
No.
Are we gonna fuck tomorrow?
Stuff like that.
It's nothing like that.
Bit too much.
It's like I just want to see you, and I want to get to know you better in person.
Yes.
Because I suck at texting, so we should go on a date. That's what I do.
No, absolutely. I mean, girls as any, if you have an honest guy that speaks his mind, first it shows that you have balls, And I mean, that's what girls want at the end of the day.
And even if they reject you, like, who
Yeah.
the fuck cares, dude? Relax. Just talk to another girl, G. Shit.
There's so many. It's like it's an ocean. It's an
And thing
ocean.
is, if it doesn't work out,
Yeah.
then it's not meant to be. Like, you
Yes.
don't want to force yourself to be with
Yes.
someone that doesn't meet your,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying, your way of living, your
Exactly.
standard of living,
Exactly.
or whatever it is.
She needs to like match your level.
Yeah,
Your
exactly.
level of
There has to
energy,
be-
everything.
Yeah, it has to be like a
Yes.
balance, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yeah.
Can't be like, oh, she's up on this pedestal,
Yes,
so let me
yes,
just chill, you know, at the
yes,
bottom, you know what I'm saying?
yes,
Just ride her the whole time.
exactly.
You have to be on the same level.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because a lot of oaks, I mean, now that you brought that up, a lot of oaks would, for example, and I mean, a lot of them are guilty on it, is
Yeah.
the point that they would keep on trying to invoke a message from a girl.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
would try and,
Like,
and
she's gonna
go-
whip out
yes,
a pussy for you, like,
she's
hey,
gonna make, okay,
have
this
me.
guy is messaging me every day. I'm just gonna rip my clothes off now and just do it, you know, kind of thing.
shit,
It just
yeah.
doesn't work that way. And I mean, a guy's that if she responds with one words the whole time, if you're messaging her
Exactly.
and it's these weak ass responses, then you give her a weak ass unmatch. That's what you do.
Yeah, the thing is, like, guys, like,
Yes.
you always want, like, a cheat code or whatever.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
this line has to work.
Yes.
Like, if this
Yes.
line does not work, fuck, I'm gonna use it until it does
Yes,
work or whatever.
you're not gonna give up on it.
Nah.
These goals, you can't force a situation. That's the
Exactly,
thing.
yeah.
At the
And
end of the
there's
day, yeah.
and
Yeah.
there's never like a special line or whatever. I don't believe there's ever like a special. Because even when you said Instagram, when you message these
Yes.
girls, what you said only got their attention.
Yes.
It's not like as soon as you said that, she was
Yes.
like, oh, fuck me.
Yeah, it wasn't.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's not
Yeah.
about that. You're cementing that later.
Yeah,
It's not to
exactly.
try and impress her because you know the world is full of pickup lines,
Yeah.
and pickup lines don't work, my friend. They just don't work.
Maybe previously they did.
Yes, and the older
or like if you're on
days,
top of your shit.
like
or
when
whatever.
your grandfather was going to bone your grandmother, yeah, that's. But today
shit.
it's not gonna happen, eh?
Yes. Okay, let's talk about the actual date now. Fuck, dude, I'm dying. So, okay, how do you go about, you know, the date? Like, what would
Okay.
you usually meet up for? Because with me, it's like drinks and pizza.
It depends what your aim is. I think if you want to have a conversation, obviously you can't
Yeah.
start out of a movie because
Yeah.
movies don't generally, you know,
Yeah.
make that like work, you know, kind of thing. Even though what you can do is you can make a movie because maybe you want a child on the first date, maybe you want to make out. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
But you have to be
But-
confident, I feel.
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
no,
you have to be confident in
have
yourself.
Rock solid confidence.
Exactly, because I feel like
Yeah.
if your first date is in that movie
Yes.
and you're going to be too shy
Yes.
to actually make a move, dude, then you're going to be struggling.
Absolutely.
You're going to be fucking
You
struggling,
can't be like
G.
fidgeting of a hand and deciding do you wanna touch her hand now, hold her hand now or not? You know, kind of you just
Or like you wait
yeah.
for the kissing scene in the movie and you're like, oh
Yeah.
shit,
Oh,
should I go in
oh,
now?
shit. But-
Even
but-
though you haven't
yeah.
spoken like throughout the movie.
Yeah, and I mean, she's gonna pick up that you're nervous.
Yeah.
And I mean, women in general, if there's a shrine of self-doubt, it's over for you.
Oh
man.
shit.
It's over, especially in the first date moments. And I mean, you get nice girls that you'll have a lack of first dates.
Yeah.
They'll probably friend zone you, maybe. A lot of girls will. And I mean,
Yeah.
what I'm getting there at that point is that there's some girls that would give you such a hard time on the first date. I remember
yeah.
some girl from Victoria Girls High was giving me hectic bats on the
Is
first
it,
date. I'm taking her on a date, but she's treating me like,
Like
shit.
shit.
You know, I just didn't
fuck,
have
dude.
any of it. I just didn't allow
Yeah.
it to get to me. You know, I didn't appear phased, and then it ended up in the most risque situation at the end of the night.
Yeah.
You know, kind of thing, because she was like basically shit testing me in the sense of like
Yeah,
she
they
was trying to
always-
give you a hard
They
time.
always
to
do
test
that. They
you.
have
Yeah.
to test you.
Yes, because a lot of guys would be like, "Oh shit, she's not liking me. Should I?
Yeah.
Like, what should I do now? What can I do to make you like me?" Kind of
But
thing.
it's when you pass
Yeah.
those tests that actually, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying, makes a big difference.
Yes,
Because, you know what I'm saying, if let's say you're getting tested, right? And she
Yes.
doesn't expect you to pass,
yes,
but you succeed, you know what I'm saying? She's like, ah, no, he's going to fail if I
Yeah.
say this or that. And you succeed, she's going to be like, wait, how does this happen? You know what I'm saying?
Why? This guy is amazing. How many guys have done this? Okay, I've had like 2 people in my life that passed my tests. And what's going on?
Okay, but
Yeah.
usually you go for like these dinner. Is it usually movies or dinner with you?
Movies, generally,
Movies.
yeah. Generally.
Shit. But I
yeah.
feel like with the movie kind of thing,
Yeah.
before you watch the movie, you talk to her for a while.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, you can either do two things. You can either go for the movie straight, where you meet up at that time and you go for the movie. But then there's time to obviously talk in the line for the snacks and the tickets and stuff.
Or you could
that.
book like an hour before the movie
Yes,
and then
you can
build conversation.
Exactly. You can perhaps go to McDonald's, or you can have, if you want to, you can even have a dinner. I mean, I think a dinner is a bit overrated for a first date because you're going to spend a lot of money. Remember, you're taking her now on a dinner, which is going to be 300 Rand or something, and you're going to take her to a movie, which is going to be.
So you're the type of guy that just listen. Let's go to the movie. I'm confident enough in myself, obviously, to know that I can. I'm gonna put some moves in the
I know I can do it, kind of thing. You need to enshrine that in your mind. You need to engrave it, like that. When you go to the date, there shouldn't be any doubt that you can't do it because you can.
Okay, so basically, I'll focus on the date part because then I always go for the date. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like you're the movie nigga, right?
Yes.
So what happens in this movie?
Okay, so
before. Okay, is this before or after you've already, you know what I'm saying, like got in action, like before you chowed him?
Okay, no, this is before.
This is before you've even chowed
Yeah, I
him.
mean, you've just met now, for example, and you're going into the
movie.
You're sitting next to each other. You're sitting next to each other.
Oh shit.
You just met her, and what you would do then is, I mean, something as innocent as holding hands can mean a lot. Don't overrate it. I mean, or don't underestimate it, rather. You can have eat her popcorn. Obviously, she's going to chow her popcorn or drink a slush puppy or whatever. But let her do it in peace. Let the movie run for, I mean, most movies are 120 minutes. Let it run. Give it a half an hour. Give it 25 minutes. And thereafter, go for the holding hands.
Hand holding. So you just throw your hand at her?
Yeah, you just grab her hand.
Is this a couple seat kind of thing or?
No, you can do it in a standard seat because she's standing next to you.
Okay,
like, there's no reason why you can't hold hands.
Okay, cool.
So, I mean, you grab her hand and she'll most likely, I mean, if she agreed to the date in the first place, she'll probably comply and give you her hand. She wouldn't be like, no, or shit like that, you know.
But thing is, you guys aren't talking that much during the movie, right?
No,
so how'd you transition from like holding hand to actually kissing?
Making out?
Yeah, making out.
Okay, well, there's your where you need the rock solid confidence because as a guy, you would literally need to just lean in, but I'll give you a pointer. I'll give you a pointer.
This motherfucker literally just met these bitches on the date.
Yes.
And he's already going into the movie hustling for action.
Yes.
Fuck this nigga. Fuck this nigga.
It's standard SOPs. It's standard operating procedures.
So
but like what I'm saying is that you should hold her hand and then see if you start playing with her fingers. It's a very good sign. If she plays back, if she starts moving her fingers like this, you know, like basically, you know, you have this like, you know, situation where you're doing this with your hands, you know, you're kind of fiddling with each other, basically. It's a good sign. It means, especially if she rubs her thumb like slowly and seductively.
Like over your fucking palm.
Yes, it's a brilliant sign. It's a brilliant
That's when you get hardy?
Yeah.
When it's just about your dick.
It's like, a Bismarck in the face.
Shit.
But that's a brilliant sign. Then I can guarantee you can go in for the
like
kiss.
you just go in, huh?
Yeah, she'll probably won't pull away.
Like you had instances where she has actually pulled away. Like it goes like in the movie or whatever.
Not that I remember, no. No. I'll be honest.
Oh, shit.
I think in the reason why it's not to sound arrogant or anything. I literally
you feel like you're already on the date.
Yes.
So she wants you.
She wants you from the start. She already made up her mind. Unless you do something to change.
To
her
fuck
mind.
it up, exactly. Because a lot of dudes
will
like almost overthink the situation. Like, oh fuck, what if I kiss her and this happens or that? She's already on the date with you, my boy. Zen the fuck up.
You're already like basically across the finish line.
Dude, you basically just pretend like you fucking you've already fucked or like you're already dating this girl. So might as well just fucking go for the kiss. You know what I'm saying?
Because it shows such rock confidence. Because a lot of guys are just too scared to do anything on a first date. They'll just sit there, pretend to listen to her cock stories and or rubbish stories, sorry, and pretend to be interested, but meanwhile you're not.
Yeah, like, meanwhile you just want to get that fucking pussy. That
not to be shallow, but we all
shit.
have a Netflix inside chilling us. We all just want to have some friends of benefit inside.
Stand the fuck up, this nigga dumbass. This nigga dumbass. But okay, so basically after that, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure you watched the movie.
Yes.
And then after the movie, would you have dinner after that or?
It depends on how it went. And
But you've already got an action.
Yeah, you've already got an action, so I wouldn't really waste my money then. What I would do rather.
Nah. Let's save this for another video. I know he's going. It's time. Then it's time.
It's time to go to my house.
Nah, fuck. Okay, we'll save that
See
for
if you
another
can make
video.
any coffee.
Yeah.
If you can make good
Oh
coffee.
shit.
Yeah,
Nah,
there
but
you
with
go.
me, like, obviously, I mostly plan for these dates and shit, drinks and pizza or whatever. So fuck if you guys start using my shit and I start meeting girls.
I'ma find
that-
out about you.
When I start meeting girls that actually like realize that
Yeah.
there's a trend of guys going out looking
Yes.
for drinks and pizza
Pizza,
with
yeah,
me.
yeah,
You know what I'm
they know
saying?
already what's
They
coming,
know
yeah.
I'll fuck it up. But fuck it, dude.
Yes.
Anyways, yeah, so I invite her for drinks and pizza, and then when I'm on the date, you always want to sit. I've noticed that like a lot of guys will sit across the girl. Don't do that shit, my dude. You know what I'm saying? I've like most of the time, like I learned this from young. Like when I would sit across, I just it's almost like
the
a conference.
The table is a barrier.
Like an interview type of fucking
it's like
situation.
A business meeting. Yeah.
Business
meeting. Yeah.
Like you have fun,
Yeah.
but you want to have fun.
You want to come
you're
close.
trying to hold
You
it.
want to have an affectionate side, and you want to show
exactly,
the affectionate side as well.
'Cause, I mean,
get
imagine
you.
like she's
Yeah.
across there and then
Yeah.
you fucking throw your hand at her. Like, come here.
Come here. And then you bump over the wine, and then it just
fuck
goes
up,
out
G.
the window, dude.
Yeah, so but basically
Yeah.
I'm sitting next to her. Like even if let her sit first, right?
Yeah.
And then like if I'm already sitting down, okay, no. If she's sitting down, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, she'll sit first. I'll just sit next to her. But if I sit down before her, like literally, and she goes on the other side, I'll be like, no, come sit next to me. I'm like, dude, what girl's gonna be like, no, fuck you, G. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're not allowed to.
Yeah, so then we'll just sit next to each other and
Yeah.
shit. And I do this drinks and pizza thing because it saves on the budget, you know what I'm saying? Because like if it's just one pizza,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, you just share it.
Yes.
And the girl's not gonna be that full. Like, what girl's gonna come up like? I don't know if you've had
Yes, sir.
those.
Yeah, just
where
like
it's
you
like a
eat a whole
3-course
pizza.
meal or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, usually I just go like drinks and pizza because girls like pizza. I mean, I like pizza, so fuck it. Let's go have some fucking drinks and pizza.
Order a streetwise too. Back home as well again. You know, on the way taking her to your house,
shit.
you orders a streetwise too as
Nah.
well. Then you know you have a biggie. Eh?
Yeah, but literally, like I said, drinks and pizza. We sitting there laughing. I'm just myself, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to, put up a shtick, like,
Yes.
oh, fuck, like, let me be cool for her.
Yes.
No, I literally, the same way I'm fucking talking now is the same way I talk to the girl, but obviously with more depth because I'm trying to get to know her. I'll be like, hey, G, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's your story? Shit like that.
Yes.
I won't be like, fucking, give me, what's the pickup line there, huh? Let me hold your hand because it's heavy or some shit like that.
Yeah,
No.
I wouldn't even think of it. I would just do it.
Because it looks heavy. Or some shit.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm just like sitting there next to her, and then we talking, and then once you see her smile and shit like that, start rubbing her a bit, and then you start like, hey, let me see your hand or whatever, and then it's just like you say something like, oh, your hands look small or whatever, and then you just hold it, you just neg, like make fun of her, tease her, shit like that. Then literally after that, dude, it's not hard to go for action, dog. I mean, I don't
you're
know.
the same
dude.
kind of dog. You were just going
I
in
just
such
go.
hard,
I go.
yeah.
Like if I'm not feeling confident about it, I'll be like, I'll just say, I really want to kiss you right now or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And then she'd be like, well, then I just go for it or whatever. But that's only if I'm feeling like, because sometimes you have days where you're like, oh fuck, I hate myself.
No, you don't. You don't feel confident.
You don't feel
enough,
confident, yeah.
No, I get that.
Yeah, or you should be like, I really want to kiss you right now. So she'd be like, okay, why aren't you kissing me yet? And you just fucking go for it, I guess. Yeah.
No, but your tactic is also it puts a lot of emphasis on touch. And remember, touch of a goal, I think it cements confidence as well because obviously you've been in school, you've been with a lot of girls over your life, and you've seen that they'll be like ew if a guy touches them sometimes. Some girls can be very ruthless, especially in school. But then. Like if you're just doing that, you have the confidence in showing to her that you're
a man.
Yeah, you're a man, and she's not gonna respond.
You got
negatively.
balls, Nick.
You're the prize, and you're not gonna be you're not gonna be shot down. She knows that she'll take it, she'll accept it, she'll like it actually.
Because obviously in the beginning of the interaction, there's always going to be that thing of, okay, you took her on a date, so she's gonna feel on top. But you have to reverse that now, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that she can start chasing you, you know what I'm saying? Don't talk too much as well.
Yes.
Give her some time to explain herself. what I'm saying? Tell you stories, share stories like together. It's all about togetherness.
Yeah.
Not just you. Okay, fuck.
It's not about yourself.
It's not about your fucking
Yeah.
self, dude. It's a contribution.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
a mutual thing.
Interaction,
you know?
yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Simple.
And that's why we the way you phrase things as well, you need to, especially in the beginning part, you need to be careful about trying to just show your needs and your wants versus like what we can do as a combined.
Because
group or
I know,
team.
like, I've been on dates with girls where it was like, fuck, let's go for movies. I've done that. But, like, it never worked out in the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it'll always be, like, after the movie.
You would
Like,
try.
we'd watch the movie
Yes.
and then go for a walk and then
Okay.
it's time to play the game.
What
You know I'm saying?
concerns do you have in the movie though?
It's not.
Um,
Well, the thing is,
Yeah.
I've only done like the movie thing like twice. Or
Okay, yeah,
maybe,
fair enough.
maybe 3 times for like first
Yeah.
date shanders.
yeah.
But it's almost like fuck, like we watching the movie
Yes.
now, so I'm not really
Yeah.
like I'm not really focused on like building the interaction that much. But it's always good. I feel like maybe with you, I think you'd probably like take on a date. Like for the movie to be like you choose like the shittiest movie.
Yeah, it's a movie I'm not interested in. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the thing I wanted to
Yeah.
bring up. I mean, it's definitely that you don't wanna watch something that requires a lot of concentration.
Yeah,
number
like
one.
fucking movie of the
Yes.
year or some shit's
Yes,
coming
or
out.
some deep shit, or Oscar-winning like story
Some
about
deep shandy.
some person's autobiography and what was. You don't want that. You want something light-hearted, slapstick, and comedic. You know, you want something that wouldn't be dark.
Yeah.
You can. I mean, look. I've taken a girl on the 50 Shades of Grey movie. You know, it's not taboo. It's not taboo. I mean, maybe the girl would object to it
For
if she,
first
if she-
date though.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
50 Shades?
yeah.
That means she already smashed.
Yeah.
She already smashed.
Yeah, and I mean,
she was ready.
There
bro.
where you must test your girl, because there you will know what kind of girl you're dealing with. Because some girls would be too shy to do it; they wouldn't be able to handle it. Other girls would be like, "It's fine."
So moral of the
Yeah.
story, guys, is don't be a fucking pussy.
Just do it, man.
Just do it.
Just do it,
Like
man.
Nike,
There
like
you go.
Nike, just do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
So let's focus now on honing in on. Fuck, my English is fucking on cocaine today, bro. Yeah. Now the thing is
Yeah.
like, let's focus on meeting girls in real life,
Okay.
like club scene shanders.
All right.
How do you go on about that? I don't have much to say
Um,
today, bro. So I'm gonna focus on you. G.
Okay, the club thing generally, I would say definitely don't underestimate the value of eye contact, not just from your side but from her side.
Yeah.
Girls obviously when they go into a club they're scouring for guys and they're looking who's around them. Even if they not making it obvious like they're staring at you, they obviously you'll see moments of her glancing at you.
They there for some dick.
Yes.
These
And-
girls out there for some dick. I'm
you will
joking.
catch them glancing at your crotch. That's for the package.
Ah, shit.
But
Well,
no,
obviously not all the girls, but
yeah,
most of y'all there
Yeah.
for some dick.
they're there for that. And we all know that. So you got to give them what they want. And
Again,
Yeah,
with the whooping out your cock
just,
shit.
just
G.
there on the dance floor, you just start swinging around, dancing with your dick swinging like this.
Okay, but yeah,
okay.
jokes aside,
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
Alright. Okay, so don't underestimate that value. And like
Yeah.
when you see that, go and approach her and be like, kind of don't once again show too much interest in her immediately. Try and be like, okay,
Like
you're gonna,
needy vibes.
yeah, needy vibes. You don't want that. So you're gonna be like, you're with your friends, for example, the club, unless you game alone. But even if you don't have friends there, just make something up. Like you point at that crowd there and you say like, those are my friends. It's his, it's his 20
Imagine.
it's his birthday, his 21st or something. It's his
Oh,
birthday.
shit, yeah.
You just want to be like, I think like you just kind of show interest, but you kind of want to get a number there,
Yeah.
and then you kind of want to ask for that.
Yeah.
So that you can do, and you can say like, I'm gonna go back to my friends. This is my friend's birthday. I don't want to be rude to him and that
yeah.
stuff like that. So yeah, man. Basically, getting back to the point on what you should do when you leave her, and you've said, okay, let's say your mate's 21st or his birthday, whatever's up. You don't want to be rude. You don't want to spend the whole night with her
Yeah.
and leave your mates alone, kind of thing. So basically, when you do that, you're kind of showing this thing of like, if you leave,
Yeah.
any guy can come to her. Any guy can be, approaching her. Any guy can.
So just establishing like the
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of like
yeah,
space,
you're kind
giving
of,
a
yeah,
space.
you're giving her space,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
girls like that. And also, another thing is you're basically telling her subliminally that you're not gonna find a better guy here tonight than I am.
Oh,
You know,
okay,
you're,
dope. Yeah,
you're
I
giving
feel
that transmission to her, you know.
Yeah. So you kind of giving her space to chase. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
dope.
So you're giving her free reign. So in her mind, it's her decision, but she's gonna want to be attracted to you. Then.
Okay, cool.
She's gonna like you. Yeah.
But how long after you leave her would you say is a good time to reapproach or whatever?
I would say any moment where you meet up again or walk into each other in the club again,
Yeah.
you shouldn't ignore her or stuff like that unless you're busy. Unless it's clearly obvious that you're busy talking to your friend or you're buying a drink or you're talking to another girl,
girl,
for
yeah,
example.
obviously, G.
Don't go then and pull her in or whatever. But you know, otherwise I would say definitely.
Or you could even text her, right?
Yeah, you could if you have a number already.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's the thing. You already have a number, so you could text her and say where you're at or whatever. But don't like sound like you're kind of looking for her. You know, you kind of want to walk into her by accident. You know,
kind of like spontaneously.
Yeah. Like she thinks it was just a convenient, you know, time and whatever, and you just walked into her again in the club. Because I mean, let's say a big nightclub, you're probably gonna walk into her maybe 2-3 times during the night. You're not gonna see her in a big crowd again. So that's why I'm saying. By the end of the night, then you can finish the deal. You can maybe chow again, seal the deal, maybe take her home. That's where we're like leading on to the next topic. I mean, I would say probably you're gonna
Like
ask,
a day 2 or something like
yeah,
that.
a
Like
date,
seeing
yeah.
the girl again. How do you usually deal with that, bro? Because I struggle.
Afterwards, the next day.
Not
yeah.
necessarily the same chick.
Yeah.
But even let's say you went on a first date
Yeah.
with a girl.
Yeah.
Like you could also relate that to the club vibe where it's almost
Yes.
like a date or whatever.
Yes.
But it's not actually a date. But like you saw her for the first time, you
Yes.
interacted.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's say you even got action.
Yes.
né? Like with the first date, how would you transition into a second date?
Okay. Basically, I would say I
Let's
think
say once
make
you
it
have a number. Or
once
already
you've had
all
a
that
number,
other
once
stuff.
you've met her already,
Yeah.
now you've met her in person. I would say if there was a spark, then I mean you can transition and have a different scene. Then I mean, if you were in a club, for example, the first time, obviously you would want to do something a bit
Something
more
proper, yeah, something
yeah,
more
so,
intimate.
yeah,
I guess,
more intimate, yeah,
To get to know
basically,
it
yeah,
better.
yeah. So I would say definitely look for something like then a movie, or perhaps you can even move to a stage with some girls where you Netflix and chill, if that's your intention and you want to escalate from there. If she says yes to that, I mean, I think you basically. You're gonna get dipped in the sauce.
Okay, and let's say you had already gone on a date, like
Yeah.
a first date with a girl.
Yeah.
How would you usually like communicate with the girl after that? Because like,
Yeah.
dude, with me, I just get so fucking bored, G. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like the conversation like fizzles out or something
It's not.
like
It's
that.
not more. It's like. It's not almost. I think it's more like laziness on my behalf.
Yes, yeah.
Like I'm too lazy, like to put in more effort and stuff like that.
Because you kind of already chowed her. You know, you made
Something
out of
like
her,
that.
and there's no chase anymore. Is that what you're
I
saying?
guess. But like also
Yeah.
personality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's not like that connection.
Yeah.
Like with most, but I feel like that's because I'm almost trying to find like a perfect like per se
Goal.
type of
Yes,
like
yeah.
a goal that's
Yeah.
almost like too perfect for me.
But you want then a dateable goal. I
Yeah.
think you need to establish then on the ground facts that what you want out of this person. You know, if it all comes back to, do you want to date her or do you want to just have a one night stand, or maybe friends with benefits? You know,
Yeah.
what is your intentions? And I think maybe then if you don't have that connection, you don't feel it from your side.
Yeah.
Just call it then and say, okay, well, it's going to be a one night stand. So if it's already been a one night stand, leave it at that, you know. But you know, that's what I'm saying. You need to establish that, because there's no use forcing something. You know, if the conversation is not flowing and things don't feel natural, there's no use to forcing things, because a relationship can't be that.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
But I feel
Yeah.
like it's kind of like a failure on my behalf, because I should always look like I do want to date these girls.
Yeah.
So I should give them like another chance to like almost
To try
see if it could work out. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Okay, but then
Because obviously
yeah.
on the first date, it's not
Yeah.
always going to be perfect. You
Yes,
understand?
yeah.
Like she's not like she might not completely open up to you on the first
yeah,
date because of like
there's
shyness,
and
nerves,
stuff
all
getting
that
in the
other
way.
stuff,
Your
yeah.
nerves are going to be there. You know, her nerves are going to be there. So you're not going to see the true representation. That's what I'm saying. Don't knock her, you know, immediately.
Yeah.
But you could perhaps say like something like friends with benefits, and that would keep the door open if she's up for that.
Dude, but you know that's a mission.
Yeah.
You know that's a
Yeah.
mission. When have you ever had like a goal? Okay, like let's
Yeah.
say you actually were direct with her. You're like,
Yes,
hey,
yeah.
let's be friends with benefits, and it actually worked out. Has that ever
I'd say
happened to
like one or two are reoccurring. You know, it kind of goes in a phase of, you know, there's probably never going to be anything more, but you would have a situation where they would leap into your life every couple of months.
So
or
like
weeks.
you see each other
Yeah,
once in a while.
yeah, basically. But
Oh.
we're not dating, you know. It's
Yeah.
that kind of vibe. Sorry, and I think a lot of people have that between girls and guys these
Yeah.
days. You know, they don't want to have the full-on dating experience and all the responsibilities that come with that. They would rather, you know, have the friends of benefits thing. But then some you have super casual. You know, some girls literally don't care if you haven't spoken to them in 3 months.
Yeah.
They'll still be up for it, you know, kind of thing. It depends on the personality of the girl. But they are rare. I'll be very honest with you. In my experience.
And even with the friends with benefits option, like I
Yeah.
feel like that's also very restricted, because if you were to tell that girl that, hey, I also want to see other girls,
Yeah.
then she'd probably fuck off. You know what I'm saying?
But like in my view, I don't think you should say that. I think you should
So you
kind
just
of,
go with the flow.
Yeah, you just go with the flow. Don't necessarily mention other girls all the time and that kind of thing. The girl's gonna know you're a player, for example. She's gonna know it. You don't need to say it. So you know, and in my view, I would say, you know, you're kind of just doing it and you're seeing her. When you're seeing her, make it about her.
Okay.
You know, don't yap about your
Yeah.
other girls or that kind of thing. Make it about her, because obviously you don't want to have someone. You know, yesterday you had your dick into someone else, and then you tell her today while your dick is
Yeah, you're not
deciding.
gonna-
Yeah, she's not gonna enjoy that. You know. Yeah.
But how do you, let's say, keep the girl hooked after the first date or whatever? How do you keep that interaction going?
I think it's literally just that spark element, you know, where that's why it's so rare generally, you know, like there's not that many. It depends on every person's personality, but for me myself, there's not that many girls that get it right. So I mean, when I keep a person around for a long time, then I would definitely say that spark was there. It comes naturally. It's a natural kind of vibe. You don't feel like it has to be effort every time. You were complaining about effort. It takes a lot of effort to do it.
I guess, yeah.
Then it's a problem. Yeah. You're
Like for
gonna
me-
know it the moment you see it. You'll
Yeah.
feel it. Yeah.
Like for me, I just find it easier to, once like the first date has occurred,
Yeah.
I just jump onto another girl, and then
Yes.
I find that easier. But
Yeah.
obviously-
To go from girl to girl to girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it depends on like what you're looking for in life. I
In
mean,
life as well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Perhaps you know some people watching the video will also be in a point where they want to maybe perhaps consider settling down, you know, that kind of thing, and then they'll look at it. You know, you've seen some of our boys starting to date. They settle down for longer periods. Others, you know, haven't even gone anywhere with any girl, you know, kind of thing. It depends, you know. So yeah.
But coming back to that, like, I mean, text-wise,
Yeah.
how would you communicate that to keep her hooked? Like, are you guys calling or like texting?
No, I generally try and avoid calls. Voice notes was a big thing. I like to send voice
Are
notes.
you almost acting the same way you were before you
Yeah,
actually
I
went on a
kind of
date?
just continue it,
Okay,
and then what I do as well is, I mean, stories are a great tool. Like stories on Instagram, stories on WhatsApp. You know, that little status thing. Because why I'm saying that is, you can upload your life there. You can have the girl see it, and you can see hers, and you can comment on it, vice versa. So, you know, where it comes to a point where she needs to see that you're a busy person, you're a person in demand, you're doing things. You see her in her life, and you can learn things from that. So once you've learned what she does in her life, you can basically apply that and say, okay, well, you share these interests and stuff, because the stories are generally more genuine than what you're gonna get in the first date, because of that nursing and because of all those. Yeah.
I do. It's for being
Hey,
in
man.
my niggas.
Hey.
Moral of the
Always
story,
good.
like I said, my niggas, don't be a fucking pussy. Just talk to these girls, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
any day, man.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do. But all right.
Alright, until next time. Thank you.
Shut.
Mac on that bitch.